Hey guys, thought I'd do a little video today. So the Charger's all put to bed for a couple of weeks till it goes to the body shop. I'm thinking about doing the work myself. I was told I have that option, but I don't know. We'll see. I think about it a while because I don't exactly know everything that's damaged. I just know for sure the hood, the headlight, and the bumper cover. And this little guy is the new winter beater. The Tahoe had some horrible electrical issues that had crept up. The lights on the passenger side rear didn't work at all. I replaced the circuit board, light bulbs, put a new wiring harness in it. Nothing. So I have no idea what was wrong with that. And then drove it to work one night, came out, wouldn't start. Had to have it tow strapped home. Figured out it was the crank sensor. Fixed that, got it to run and start. Drove it again to work one night, came out, started it, started driving home. Headlights weren't working, none of them. Had to use the fog lamps to come home. So I was like, you know what, I want to deal with all these electrical issues. So I just traded it off for this car here. This is a 1997 Toyota Corolla with a 7A FE 1.8 liter engine. It's dirty, grungy. I gotta do some things to it. There's no sticker for the timing belt, so if it does break, it's not a big deal. These are a non-interference engine. I'm going to do plugs and wires, clean this motor bay up, my usual, clean the throttle body, that kind of stuff. It's gonna get way better gas mileage than the truck too. Guy I got it from said he consistently got 30 miles a gallon out of it, so versus 12, and I work a long way. I work a long way away from home, so I kind of need the gas mileage. Hopefully I don't smack any Bambies with it, but yeah, and I think it needs rear brakes. Rear brakes are making a little bit of noise, but it's got drums on the rear, so everything's super cheap, but the best thing about this car, being a Michigan vehicle, well, in Michigan rather, there's no rust on it. There is absolutely zero rust on this car. I don't know if you have to find, there's like a little spot here, I guess. But like on the places you would normally see these cars rotted out, like on the dog leg and the insides of the doors, it's like completely clean. The story is this car came from Missouri. So, as long as the motor and trans work, then this car will be good. I mean, even the strut towers are like minty goodness. So, gonna do some maintenance. I'm gonna get the stuff to do the timing belt and water pump, and then when and if it does go, I'll just replace it then. I'm not constantly worrying about it. But we are going to do plugs, cap, rotor, wires, change the fluids, oil. I need to change the differential fluid in this car. These cars, like the Geo Prisms of the time, they have a differential on them. It is separate from the transmission. And you have to change the diffo fluid in these. So we're getting the stuff to do that as well. Again, stuff is just super cheap. I need like 1.5 quarts of diff fluid. That's it. And a funnel that has the straw on it so I can reach down in there. And that's it. And everything's super dumb cheap on this car, so I'm just happy with it. Even the timings for everything, like the tensioner, the belt, and the water pump, the whole kit was like $90. I mean, that's great. So I'll get that stuff, and you know, we'll mess around with this car a little bit. I kept the fog lamps off the Tahoe, so I'm gonna put those in the lower bumper down here. And car runs good. It's got the basic dash in it. Oh, so gotta fix this. Had an issue with looks like his hood release lever broke. It's got a toggle switch that I guess works the cigarette lighter. It's got the basic dash, 205 thou on it, but I'm told that the tachometer, like the gauge cluster with the tachometer in it for these cars, it's a plug and play unit. You can actually pop this out, put the tachometer one in there, and it'll just work. So I'm going to be looking for one of those because I like having a tachometer. Radio works good. Air conditioner even works. I turned the air on this morning. Air works, heat works. It's got the 4-speed auto in it, so that's why we got to get on that diff fluid. And, you know, these engines are prone for a little oil burning, so we're going to put a little bit heavier oil in it, not too much heavier, because winter is coming. But, yeah. I'll start it up for you guys and let you hear it run. She runs good. A zippy little guy for only having 105 horsepower. There it is. Running. It's quiet. I mean, it's actually quite comfortable for a guy my size, which is amazing. There you go, man. That runs great. But like I said, I think it needs rear brakes because the rear brakes are making a little bit of noise. But they're drums, so you know those are cheap, especially on this. Front rotors are a little chewy looking, but you know it's got newer looking brake pads on it, so. And otherwise, good running little car, I think. So. But there you guys go. That's going to be the video for today. And ultimately in the spring, my oldest daughter's going to take this car over. But yeah, it's going to be a good little commuter car for me. Get back and forth to work. Economically, it's over $3 a gallon. I think I filled that Tahoe up from E. It was $70, about $70. So, and driving, you know, pretty much close to 80 miles a day. That's not good. So this car ought to do a lot better in the gas department. But all right, guys, and I'll keep you guys updated on the Charger once it goes into the body shop, or if I decide to do the work myself. And haven't done any diecast videos because there's no diecast. I walked into the local Meijer today and the Hot Wheel rack was literally empty. Nothing. I've not seen any new Hot Wheels in weeks. So I don't know what's going on with that. I'm just going to blame it on the shortage of something. Probably plastic. And alright. Talk to you guys later. Bye.